Hi, and welcome back to Profit and Honor, where we help you align your faith and your work for God-honoring business success. Neil Rice here, and right now we're working through a series of daily tips to help us think and lead well during this coronavirus crisis. And today's tip is this: in times of crisis, communicate well. Sometimes when we're in tough situations, we tend to go a little bit silent as we're trying to figure out what to do and how to handle things. But I can tell you that if you as a leader of your business or organization remain silent during crisis, that silence is likely to breed fear and uncertainty, maybe even resentment in the people you lead. So we want to be prepared to communicate well with our team, with our customers, with our vendors and suppliers, because when you communicate well, that helps to instill confidence in people, and that's what we need right now. And so here are 3 keys to communicating in this current environment. First, communicate hopefully. Second, communicate gently. And third, communicate honestly. So let's talk about the first of these, communicate hopefully. Listen to this from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. And so we can see here that one of our jobs as leaders is to build up our team, build up our employees by addressing their concerns and giving them information they may need to complete their understanding of the situation and allow them to see a path through these challenges to the other side of this. And that's very important right now, to make sure you're communicating to your team. Hey, this is a tough situation. It may get even worse before it gets better, but here's how we're going to get through this together. They need to hear hopeful communication from their leader at this time. Second, communicate gently. How about this from Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1? A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Now, in these times that are uncertain and, in many cases fearful, it's critical that we as leaders, that we affirm the questions and concerns that your team may have. So even though we as leaders, we're under a lot of stress right now, there's a lot of pressure on us to try to figure things out, but we can't take that stress out on our team. So let's honor them and their concerns by listening patiently to their questions, by affirming those concerns that they may have, and doing the best we can to answer them well. So communicate gently. Now, the third prong to our approach on communication: communicate honestly. Here's what we find in Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. But I tell you that everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken. So you can see here that we're all going to have to answer for how we communicate. And in particular, we have to be realistic about the challenges we're facing. So even though we want to communicate hopefully, we can't make unrealistic promises or promises that we're not really sure if we can keep. And those would be, I think, empty words that we're warned against here in Matthew. So if things are looking bleak for your business, we have to have a level of honesty about that, but of course try to temper that news with a hopeful, realistic plan for how you get through the tough times to a brighter future. This is a critical piece of what we have to do as leaders. It's very difficult to communicate well in an environment like we're in now, but I hope this tip helps you somehow in communicating with your team right now. I think if you use these strategies, communicate hopefully, communicate gently, communicate honestly, you're going to find that your team will appreciate that, and it's one way you can serve them really well in the middle of this crisis. Okay, that's the tip for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more thoughts on how we can lead our teams. And remember, until next time, a great leader is always learning.